In this tutorial, you are going to be learning how to set up your paper for freshwater conservation. Remember, the paper is going to have much factual information, but it is also going to carry a heavy opinion at the end of how you can help to conserve water. So this will be very quickly a way for you to set up your paper. We're still going to organize it as if it's a nonfiction piece because we still want sections so that if people want to skip to certain areas of the paper, they can do that. For example, if an expert in freshwater wants to read your opinion, they won't have to read through your whole paper to find your opinion. They can go straight to the part that asks and answers the question on conservation. So to start, every paper is going to include an introduction. So we're going to write that as our first header. The second section is going to be on freshwater. In this section, you're going to be talking about the different uses of freshwater, what freshwater is, and why it's so important to the world. These are things that you should have been talking about and learning about the first week of the paper. The third section is going to be about conservation. You're going to be talking about what conservation is and why water conservation is so important. This is where we start to bring in our opinion. The last section, this is where it's going to be solely your opinion, is going to be called What Can You Do? With this, you are going to be talking about some of the different ways in which you can conserve water and why it's so important that those ways will help conserve water. The last section is always going to be the conclusion. And then obviously we will have a references section, which is going to be where you have your bibliography, which is created by EasyBib. The next couple weeks, you're going to be taking some of the information you learned in week 1 and week 2 on freshwater conservation and what you can do, and you're going to be building your paper. The last week, which is week 6, is when you'll be editing for submission.